Nice view.
It just got a lot nicer. I was hoping to see you again.
Alkibiades, what are you doing outside of Athens?
Someone like me is always on the move. I've docked my ship in every port.
I'm sure you have.
If you're here for more than the view, I have a task for you. It is crucial this package gets to its proper recipient. It's not for me, but a man named Theodoros.
I'll help. But it's only that little box?
One should never judge something by its size, you know. A small thing may very well make a huge impact.
You said this package isn't from you. Why do you have it then?
It simply came into my hands, that's all. Theodoros asked for my help, like I'm asking for yours now.
Why can't this Theodoros deliver it himself?
You're a curious one, aren't you? Some questions don't have answers. Sometimes things just are.
You've traveled a lot. Where's your favorite place to go?
Oh, a personal question. Interesting. The world is filled with beautiful places. To pick my favorite would be like picking my favorite Etera. I could do it, but the answer changes based on my mood.
That's fair.
All right. Who am I giving the package to?
There's a man named Vardas near the Corinthian military fort. He's one of their stronger assets.
And I just tell him it's from you.
No, from Theodoros. Don't forget, Theodoros.
I have a feeling that this thing isn't from Diodoros or whatever the fuck, however he pronounces that. Hello everybody, welcome back to Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now, just based on getting here, which by the way took like 30 seconds, there may be some issues. Because not only did I record Horizon yesterday, which is similar enough to fuck me up on controls every once in a while. X is dot. Okay. But all last week, I had the week off work. So I was playing the fuck out of Shadow of War. And like, in that game, one of the abilities you can unlock is when you get like a double jump in it. And like the... Oh...
I need to stay.
Oh, fucking hell. I left. Fuck you. I fucking left. They need, like, I understand the need for, like, the restricted and then, like, the hostile zones. But, I mean, like, the whole point of the restricted is so that you don't step into the hostile zone and get into combat. But, I mean, like, that right there, it's like, oh, I need to go there. It's, like, ugh. Fucking hell. Anyway. Oh, because he's in the middle of the fucking fort. Great. But anyway. So like the 30 seconds that it took for me to reach that, to reach Alkibiades, whatever the fuck his name is there. And get to him, I had attempted at least once to do the double jump to get there faster. Hopefully that's going to be the extent of my, oops with it. And I'm not going to, like, start attempting to, like, brand the Spartans or anything. To fucking get control of them. Or slow down time with my bow, because that's another feature of that game. That is definitely not in this one. But we'll see. It should be good. It should be good. It's Assassin's Creed. I always slip back into Assassin's Creed mode pretty easily, usually. Comes from, you know, the years of playing them. No, you didn't see me. You don't see me climbing this. Thank you. Oh! Wait a minute. Is this the guy that... Because I was here before. Because there's a bear that you can release. And I remember I was here before because like that guy over there, I went and like booted him off the ledge and I actually like recorded it because I was like, that was too good to pass up. Like the Xbox record. Oh my god, so many things. But when I was here last time, there was a guy who was inside that building, but I couldn't reach him. It registered him as an enemy, but, you know, not one that I could get to. So, I mean, maybe that's the guy I'm going to talk to. Come on, Bear, you can do it. I'm surprised. This was one of those areas, though, where it's really weird because everybody seemed to, like... There is a guy. Because they're always they seem to come from weird places to help fight every once in a while when I would get caught. Like I ended up fighting that guy there, actually, because he was too strong for me to just straight up assassinate. And then, like, you got that guy right there who's just ignoring it, right? Oh, there you go. The bear got one. I mean, bears are supposed to be tough. I doubt that he'll... Yeah, that's about right. I was going to say, I doubt that he'll manage to kill that guy, but... See, now, the thing about Shadow of War that might fuck me up more than anything is how far you can jump in that game. Oh, God, the leader's here, really? Oh, right, because it's... Whatever.
Fire! Shit! Out!
Fucking hell. I really hate that that's a thing in this game. It's like, oh, I'm staying next to that fire wearing armor. Obviously, my armor's insanely flammable. But yeah, like, a couple of the big differences between the two games, right, is, Nope, you didn't see me. Like, how far you can assassinate people from, and how far you can jump. Like, even without the double jump, you can leap way farther. You climb way faster. It's a ridiculous difference. So hopefully that won't get me killed. Hopefully it won't be like, oh, I gotta run away. It's like, oh, I can make it up this giant building before they shoot me. Because in Shadow of War, you definitely can. In this game,
You are
probably not.
Themistios I sent for. What do you want?
This is for you.
Give it here. Is this some kind of joke? This is a cast of someone's dick. What's this engraving? This is for your wife, Thalia, for when she starts to miss me. Tell me now, who said this?
It's from me. Yeah, I don't think that that's quite believable. Ah,
Do
fuck
you
it.
know a man named Theodoros?
Theodoros. He'll pay for this with his life. I'll destroy his men. I'll destroy his ship. He'll regret ever touching Thalia.
Yeah. I have a feeling that it really wasn't from him then. Not gonna lie, pretty sure it wasn't from him. The battle cry of Ares ability. Deal more damage and cannot be killed. Oh, that's an... Oh, that's... No, well... That's kind of like what they do. Except, they can definitely be killed during it. It's a lot harder, because they don't stagger, but... But, I mean, if you can't be killed during it, I wonder, like, how much leeway they give you with it. I kind of wish for this, right? Like, for this mission specifically, you could have walked up to the front gate and been like, hey, I have a package for this guy. Because, I noticed that it's not only me that has an issue with this. Because, like, I looked up... What was... Oh, I looked up, why there's so many restricted zones. Never saw anything that explained why there were so many restricted zones. But I did see other people complain that it's like, man, like, all the temples are restricted. And it's like, there's like civilians wandering around, and there's like, which to be fair is like every Assassin's Creed game. There's always like restricted zones, but like the civilians are just moving through them. Which, you know, is fair enough from like a programming standpoint. I can understand that. But then like you have the other mercenaries who will just walk into a fort without being hassled to hunt you down, and it's like, well, why do they get to walk in? Like, I'm a mercenary, why can't I walk in?
I was just starting to miss you. I hope you delivered the package.
Vardas threatened to kill Theodoros when I told him. I also wasn't expecting the package to be, well, that.
It was a nice surprise, wasn't it? I can make another one for you too, if you'd like.
Another one? You...
It was mine, yes. It looked good, didn't it? I needed to get Theodoros out of the way, and now he will be. I impress myself sometimes.
Whatever you say.
Why don't we let our bodies do the talking? Surely you had thoughts of it as well when you saw the cast of me?
Here? Before the gods?
Let's make an offering.
I'm not interested.
Oh, a shame. Aphrodite would have loved it. Maybe another time.
This guy's way too much of a creeper. Not a chance. Alright. Got Alkibiades' axe. Alright. Okay, let's see now. Do I have... Because I remember there was that one. Apparently I haven't... Oh, look at that. The other main quest is fucking here as well. Okay, that's a message board. Is that it then? Looks like it. Because I do recall last time I played this, at the end I said that we would do the side quests that have popped up since then, because there's a few of them now and it should take the entire video, but we'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
Alkibiades, you look like you're having fun.
Him again.
The gods work fast. I wished someone as beautiful as me were here, and you arrived.
God, this guy.
You're drunker than normal.
You'll have to forgive me. At this time of night, I like to get to the point when I have a pretty face staring back at me.
Looks like it's the middle of the
You
day.
do realize the sun is out, right?
Yes, what about it?
Starting a bit early, aren't you?
Starting? No. This is ending in the most spectacular fashion.
Another successful party, then.
The only kind I know. Although I have a slight problem. There's an important politician here who really needs to get back home. But gods know I can't make the trip.
I'll make sure he gets home safe.
Yes, safe. Right, it should be an easy trip, although you may have to carry him at this point. Lucky man.
You could let him stay here.
I would, but it's never good to let a politician stay the night. It's a rule of mine.
I'm surprised you have rules.
Oh, you know how they can be. Never want to stop talking. There's only so much I can take. But for you, I'd break all of my rules.
Good God, man.
What has he done to be so special?
Well, it was something to do with people, I think. Gods, I don't know. You may as well ask me what I ate 10 days ago.
So, you party often?
As often as I can.
I'm not sure how you do it.
Practice, practice, practice. The more I do, the better chance of having a clearer head than those around me.
So you're looking to gain an advantage?
Over my allies? Never! Actually, let's not talk about such things.
I'll try to get the politician home before he completely passes out.
Wonderful. Just take him north of the port of Piraeus. His home is somewhere around there.
Sure. I bet it is. Alright, buddy. Let's get going. Let's hope nobody cares that I'm doing this. Well, time to test it. Nope, they don't. Alright. That's weird. Something's gonna happen, right? Like, there's absolutely no way that I'm gonna make it all the way there and nothing happens. Like, I'm gonna have to, like, drop this guy to start fighting people or something. Like, assassins are gonna pop out. Oh, but like I was saying before, about, like, the restricted areas and that, other people...
Better stay hidden.
Okay, I can't go too far to the left. Other people have brought up the fact that, you know, it's like there's so many areas, like there's too many restricted areas in the game. And a lot of them were like, just don't have those, or like don't have them restricted areas, don't like have them be areas, but not like not locations, I guess. I don't know how to phrase it. But, I mean, to be fair, they have, but in my opinion, right, it's fine that they're there. They shouldn't be restricted.
Why are we going this way? Are you sure this is the right way? It doesn't look familiar. Why did you bring me here?
Because I was told to.
Is this really where he lives?
Ah! It's exactly like we were told. Get him!
Oh, dickhead was fucking betraying us again. Oh, I should have bought Poison Master instead of, Oh, fuck. Let's parry again. Hey, you. Alright, buddy. You're
You
safe.
saved my life.
Yeah,
Any
well,
reason someone would want to kill you?
I'm a politician. Could have been anything. Thank you, Miss Theos.
well, I mean, I guess it sobered him up a bit. The politician's torso. That's a weird name for armor. Okay, so I mean, he tried to get me to send that guy there so that he would get ambushed. Now the question is did he know that guy was going to get ambushed and he wanted me to stop it? Or did he think that those few thugs were going to take me down? Because I mean, I feel like he knows too much about me to think that those guys would have been able to kill me. But at the same time, you know, people know what I do and still send like little bitches after me to be like, oh, I'm sure that'll be good enough. It's like, no, it won't. It never has been. Just like a single mercenary coming for me. It's like, dude, you need to like team up with someone else if you want to claim that bounty. But yeah, like the restricted areas. Like they have the theft mechanic in this game, right? Where you can steal. So I mean, all they would have to do, right? Because then like it would still be difficult to get away with it, but I guess they would just assume that a lot of people would just run in, steal the stuff, and just be done with it, you know? Like, fuck the bounty. Because it's not that hard to get rid of a bounty in this game, in all honesty. Like, I generally don't, just because I don't care enough to. I mean, I'll fight the one merc that shows up, because at the moment, you know, the ones that are showing up are lower level than me, because I don't... Like, I'll go and kill the guy to lower my bounty if I get up to like 2 or 3, just because I don't want to be fighting 2 or what? Just because like I don't want to be fighting 2 or 3 mercenaries at once. But like if I'm at 1, I couldn't care less if I had a. Oh, am I outside the city? I did run outside the city. Look at that. Like if I only have 1, I couldn't care less because it's like 1 guy to deal with maybe. Man, you guys just jumped right past that guard. I'm guarding the wall. Oh, look, somebody's climbing over it. I'm sure it's fine. So, like, they could very easily just make it where it's like, there's the civilians. They're like, it's a temple. They could have the civilians. They could have the priest there. And it's like, oh, you got to steal this thing. It's like, all right. And then you'd have to figure out a way to steal. Oh, this motherfucker is everywhere.
May work on others, Socrates, but not on me.
Good Christ. Him and Socrates, man. Although, you know, I haven't found Socrates very much, but...
Kassandra! I knew you'd change your mind after turning me down. Unfortunately, love must wait a little longer.
Whatever you say.
I hate to cut our conversation short, Socrates, but I believe you've talked enough for the both of us. We must find another use for that mouth of yours.
Speak to him long enough, and you may find the smallest hint of knowledge veiled deep behind his enthusiastic advances.
A compliment and an insult in the same sentence. He truly is gifted. You've arrived at the perfect time. I have a friend named Sophanes who wants to become an Athenian citizen, but he needs a bit of help. Your help.
I can't wait to hear why it's my help he needs.
Any Mystios would do, really, but you're my favorite. All you need to do is sign my friend's name on a little list.
There has to be a reason Sophanes can't sign the list himself.
Well, he would, but he isn't nearly as able as you are.
Meaning?
Meaning, you have skills he doesn't possess. He'd fail if he tried on his own.
Why Athens? Surely he's a citizen somewhere else already.
Everyone wants to be an Athenian citizen, even if they don't say so. Sophanes has a mind for politics, but can only participate as a citizen.
I didn't realize you had a list of mercenaries you favor. And I'm at the top?
Of course you are. Although, if you ask nicely, I would happily let you be on the bottom.
This guy, man. This guy.
This sounds simple. Now tell me why it isn't.
There's this small matter that you'll have to enter the Metrun, where you're not allowed, and forge his name well enough, of course.
So he's trying to become a citizen illegally. You should have led with that.
I'll try to remember that the next time. The building you're looking for is near the Agora. Be safe.
Oh, well, that's
And
fucking...
another. Ooh, and another.
That's fucking where I walked past that to deliver the guy to, you know, his home, in quotes. I probably can't go up there, can I? That looks like a temple. But yeah, apparently I'm not the only one who's annoyed by how many restricted zones there are in cities and that. Because, like, it's especially annoying when you're trying to get through places and that, or, like, when they send roads through places. It's not quite as bad in this one as it was in Origins. In Origins, it was real bad. Like, pretty much every road led through a fort at some point, so if you let your horse run, it would almost guaranteed end up with you in combat because he would run through a fort and just, like, piss off everyone. Well, that guy's staring, like, right at the thing I gotta do. Okay, I vaguely remember this one. This location. I want to say that there was only 3 guys in it, but I mean... I don't... That was a weird screen glitch there. What's there? There's something... it's just... Okay. Looks like there's only the 3. I'm gonna go with that. There's only 3. I've also... I don't know how much you can hear me hit the buttons. Like, I know, like, when I go, like, really on it, you can. Other than that, I'm not sure. I mean, I could call in one of my guys.
Go.
Right? To be a distraction. Unfortunately, that does sometimes end with me in combat for no real reason. Well, it's only 3 guys. Also, I just realized it. Oh, right, because hang on, let's see the map. What is the max level for this era for Attica? It's like 40 something, right? I don't know the things behind it, but it is 40 something. Wow, did they really take out... I don't remember which captain I have coming. Wow. Alright, that was fast. So much for my captain distracting them for 30 seconds or whatever. Jesus Christ. I don't think any of the captains have, like, better combat skills than the rest. Hey, buddy. Don't worry, your body will not remain.
There, his name's been signed. Time to get back to Alkibiades.
Yep. So now I wonder what, like, fucking war criminal I just allowed into the city. Just a guess based on the rest of my tasks for this asshole. I did not expect him to be, like... Because, like, I knew that I needed to do that quest to unlock a bunch of side missions. I did not realize when I was doing that quest that it would be... Oh, fucking temples being off limits are fucking horseshit. But I did not realize that it would be because of him. Like, while I was doing the mission, I was like, oh, well, I mean, I know who Socrates is. We'll probably do missions for him or something, right? Or, you know, now that I've done this, you know, the leader guy, Pericles or whatever I think his name is, will trust me more or something. But no, fucking the horn dog here. Fucking prostitute spy. Just turns up fucking everywhere to get me to do very shady stuff that I probably shouldn't be doing.
My favorite Misthios returns.
And with good news, too.
My favorite kind. You did it then?
Of course I did. Sophanis' name is now on the citizen list.
Perfect. I knew you were the right Misthios for the job.
Yeah, whatever, buddy. I still don't trust you at all.
Now that you forged my friend's name on the citizens list, there's one more thing that needs to be done.
Next time you want me to do 2 things, tell me both at the same time.
The second is dependent on the first. I needed to know it was complete. I didn't expect you to get so upset about it.
Just tell me what you need.
Unfortunately, getting Sofani's name on the list doesn't make him a citizen. He also needs a witness who can validate his citizenship.
So you want me to be the witness?
If only it were that easy. No, there's someone I have in mind. An extremely handsome man by the name of Peiros.
Sure.
I'll find your handsome witness.
Perfect. I knew you'd be willing to help.
There must be a good reason we can't be witnesses.
Of course. The witness must be an Athenian citizen, but it can't be a friend. Be careful with Peiros, though. It's easy to lose oneself in his gaze.
Yeah, I bet.
If there's more after this, I want to know now.
Of course. This should be the last thing.
Should?
I mean, is.
Yeah, I bet.
Time to find Peiros.
He's often around the Justice Building on the east side of the Agora.
And I just ask him to help?
Peiros needs to say that the parents of Sophanis were both Athenian. How you get him to do it is up to you.
Alright. Come on, give me the thing so I can track it. I mean, I had the same issue in Origins, didn't I? Where I didn't have a quest active, and then I picked up another one and it didn't, like, immediately track it, right? I think I had the same issue with Origins in that regard. Alright, let's see where he is. He should be... There it is.
There you are.
Wow, 200 meters away, huh? Oh, God. So yeah, like, I had the week off work. Took it off work for my birthday. Last week, from when this comes out. And, I've had Shadow of War now for quite a while and just never played it because I wanted, like, a day that I could just, like, sit there and play the fuck out of it. And, you may have noticed, if you just happened to be on YouTube at the time, that I was attempting to stream it. It did not go well, to say the least.
That's the guy Alkibiades called handsome? Can't say I agree with him.
But I ended up playing it for like 5 days straight and just plowing through it. And by plowing through it, I mean I unlocked the ability to go to all the areas and then spent all my time in the first 2 areas that you unlock.
I'm not giving him anymore. If he wants to talk to me, he can come himself.
I'm not here about debts.
Well, what do you want then?
There is a man trying to become an Athenian citizen. You're going to be his witness.
Me? Why?
Because Alkibiades said you're the one to do it.
Ah, Alkibiades. He is persistent. And who is this man I meant to help?
His name is Sophanis.
Sophanis. I know that name well. I won't help you though, not for him.
I don't know him. Why don't you want to help?
True Mystios never get all the information up front. Sophanis betrayed his men for Drachmi. He deserves death, not citizenship. Ah, look, it isn't your fault. You didn't know, but now you do.
I mean, betrayed his men. I mean, I wish I could get a little bit more information on that. Like,
You're right. If it's like you say, he doesn't deserve to call himself an Athenian.
I'm glad we can agree. I'm just sorry you had to come all this way to find out.
alright. I don't trust this guy at all. So, I mean, like, he seems insanely shady. Like, I've seen characters like him before, and, like, you never want to fucking trust them. I'd say you don't want to trust them further than he can throw them, but I have a feeling Kassandra can throw them awfully far, so, I mean, that probably wouldn't be a good phrase. Oh, fuck me. I also don't like how he set himself up behind, like, 2 fucking restricted zones. Or maybe not. Maybe just the one, but still. But yeah, Shadow of War. Because, like, the way I played Shadow of Mordor, right, is, I went and I I would take over the area, I would get all my war chiefs lined up, right? But then, like, I would try and find, like, specific war chiefs to promote into specific things. And now that you have different regions, I'm making, like, each region, like, all of one specific tribe. Trying to, anyway. Alright, Alkibiades, or whatever the fuck your name is. Decided not to help you this time because you're a prick. And I don't trust you in the slightest.
You've returned!
Socrates too, it seems.
Much like you, he just can't seem to stay away. I hope there were no issues.
Pyrrhus didn't want to do it. When he told me why, I understood.
I see. Sophanes will be disappointed.
You kept information from me. Information that would have been nice to know.
I believe people like Sophanes deserve second chances. I didn't think what he did mattered to you.
Next time, let me decide what matters to me.
Understood. I should give Sophanes the news.
Do not bad citizens do harm to their neighbors and good citizens good? Is it possible to tell if someone will be good or bad without first giving them a chance?
A person isn't the same forever. Someone bad can become good.
But is the inverse not also true? Someone considered good can then become bad? How can we predict someone's actions now, let alone in the future?
A person's past shows who they'll become. The one easy part of my job is how predictable people can be.
Then a war criminal such as Sophanes must bear that choice with no hope to change how he's seen. I wonder then if bad actions can reverse good or good actions can reverse bad. Perhaps we can speak on that another time.
Thank the gods.
I mean, he brings up a good point. I mean, you can very well be like a horrible person and turn out in the end to be like a good guy. Jesus Christ, this guy, like, I don't seem to be like losing any progress here on missions. Which is a little ridiculous. So, like, but at the same time, like Kassandra said, I mean, you look at somebody's past, I mean, it's very easy to slip back into what you know. So, like, I feel like the fact that he called him war criminal, like, I realized I said that at one point. I thought I was joking. But then Socrates is like, oh, he was a war criminal. It's like, okay. But, I mean, once again, right, like, more information would be needed on that, because he's like, oh, he betrayed his men for money. It's like, I would need to know exactly how he betrayed his men. Was it like he led all of his men into a trap to have them all killed betrayal? Or, because, I mean, then, yeah, that's, you know, all right. I wouldn't trust that guy at all. Especially not like, you know, oh, he wants to become an Athenian citizen to get into politics. It's like, great, that's not who you want in politics. Somebody can be easily bought. Oh my god. This guy is fucking everywhere. Ugh. It was nice to actually have the choice to not help him, though. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I was surprised that I actually had the option to just be like, oh, well, then you know what? Fuck that guy. And go back and tell the guy that I wasn't helping.
You have the habit of appearing the moment I need you. What a power I may wield.
Is there ever a time you don't need me?
Good point.
The drunk politician you had me take home? We ran into a bit of trouble.
That's terrible. I'm glad to see you're okay.
Yes. Thankfully, we both made it out alive.
Oh, I see. Thank you for telling me.
You seem disappointed.
I'm just impressed you were able to save the both of you.
You said you needed something?
Ah, to business already. Fine. It's simple, really. There's an item that holds great sentimental value I'd like you to retrieve.
What do I need to find?
It's an Olisvos. If you saw it on the ground, even you wouldn't bend over to pick it up. But it means so much to me. To hold it again would mean more than you know.
That seems a bit emotional, even for you. You've gone soft.
I'm
No, he's
anything but
playing you.
soft, I assure you.
Focus, Alkibiades. What is an Olisvos?
It brings pleasure. When my body grows too tired after a long night, having one of these can let the fun continue.
Okay.
You're a big boy. Get it yourself.
I sure am. But there's a small chance the woman who has it won't exactly be happy to see me again.
There has to be a story behind this thing.
When you see the Olisvos, you'll know. When you have it in your hands, against your skin, when you feel the weight of it, you'll know.
It's gonna be like a big dildo, isn't it? I'm gonna go get his dildo back.
It seems like you're about to sleep with someone, or want to, or you've just finished. Is this woman the most recent one?
Who said I slept with her?
It was a safe guess. How do you find time for anything else?
Determination, mostly. There's a closeness you can only feel with someone in those moments. Who wouldn't crave that?
I'll get the Olisvos for you.
There's a small chance the woman may wish to keep it for herself, to spite me. It may be best to go unseen and hurry back. She lives east of here.
Don't worry. You'll have it in your hand soon. It's made out of stone.
Oh.
I guess that
Wait.
will work.
Do I already have it? I do have it already. Alright.
Ah, that's it in your hand.
Was I carrying around a dildo for
It's
like...
different than I remember it looking. And much bigger too. She's going to miss it.
This was never yours, was it? Did we steal it?
We didn't just steal an Olisvos. We stole a family heirloom and a husband's confidence. Without it, he'll be focused on his wife instead of his business. I think she'll enjoy the change of pace.
You lied! Again!
I don't think I did. I was very particular with my words.
You said it was sentimental.
It is, just not to me. There wasn't a single lie.
That's not how it feels.
The only thing that matters is you retrieved the Olisvos and helped me a great deal.
And what about me?
Now, we wash each other's backs, don't we? There's a reason you never turn me down, after all. How about I show you how these Olisvos can make all the difference?
That's not what I meant. Guess I can turn you down after all.
I deserve that.
God. It's not still in my inventory, right? I gotta check now because like... Maybe that isn't what it was, but like... Senator's seal... Because I noticed that like a lot of stuff, right? Just doesn't seem to leave my inventory. Bone forceps. I also have a bunch of stuff in here that... Like I have a... Like I don't know what most of this shit is. No, okay, I don't have it anymore, apparently. Alright, let's see. Are we down to 2 quests? Nope, still up to 3 quests in Attica. Alright. Cross the border. Okay, so Socrates, Alkibiades. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just continue going with this asshole. I mean, why not, right? See how this plays out. It's a long-ass fucking quest chain. So... I think after I'm done recording here, I will look up to see how long the quest chains are for the other 2 in Athens, and if they're fairly sizable, we'll continue with the side quests in the next part. If they're not, we'll go back to Corinthia and do the other main quest until we get a couple more side quests to flesh out a video, because like I did not expect this quest chain to be this fucking long. Like it's absolutely ridiculous. Also, did they have it where like did they have multiple quests from him at once and I ended up doing them out of order oh god, somehow? Because I mean, I feel like it's weird that she brought up the captain after she'd done another quest for him, you know? I also think it's weird how they're having Kassandra be like, well, I guess it wouldn't matter which one you're playing as, but how they're having your character be so dumb about this guy for no real reason. Like, there's no way that that they couldn't put 2 and 2 together by this point and realize that this guy's using YouTube for his own, like, political, I'm assuming somewhat political movements and shit. Because, like, he gets you to take a politician home to a place that the politician apparently doesn't even recognize. And then all of a sudden you get attacked by people wanting to kill him. And then, like, he gets you to forge a name for citizenship. And then when you go and talk to the guy to get the to get a witness for it, or to get him to be a witness for it. He's like, oh, that guy's a war criminal. He doesn't deserve to be a citizen. It's like, all right. And then he has you go and steal a thing from a woman so that her husband wouldn't focus on his business. It's like, can you, like, how has Kassandra not been like, okay, listen here, asshole. I am going to, like, fucking murder you if you don't stop telling me what the fuck, or if you don't start talking about what the fuck you're really up to. Like, but she plays it like she's a fucking idiot. Like for the entire game, right? She's like very direct, very just like brash, I guess you could say, about everything, you know? And yet now she's playing it like she doesn't fucking know what she's up to. And it's like, it's starting to be annoying, in all honesty. Oh, look at that. How did I not... I didn't...
Watch will be vigilant here.
Yeah, look at that. Apparently I didn't fucking do this area. Oh, right, because it didn't mark it as a, Right, never mind. I understand why I didn't. Well, that's not suspicious.
Power I wield indeed. I told you last time I thought I could summon you when needed. And it has happened yet again. My friend here needs to be taken to the sanctuary of Elefsis, near the border of Mecharis. He'll finish the trek across the border on his own.
So, do you want to lie to me now or later?
Whatever do you mean?
Is this friend of yours actually a friend? I'm not going to find out they're a wanted criminal or they don't actually want your help, am I?
I'm hurt that you jump straight to accusations. A relationship must be built on trust, after all.
Fuck you, Alkibiades. To get trust, you have to prove you deserve it. And you've lied to me more than once.
You and I have different views of trust. Nothing more. I've kept things to myself, but never to hurt you.
Let's get to it. I'm just supposed to take your friend across the border.
Yes.
Nothing else?
Carefully, if you can. Avoid roads, people, be invisible. My friend must be kept safe.
I'll make sure he's safe.
I'd hoped you'd say that.
Every time you ask me to do something secretly, someone dies. What is it this time?
Not everyone was born with your beautiful muscles
I don't
built
think that's
for...
a he.
Well, everything. Some of us work better by avoiding fights. This time, that's all I ask.
There are lots of safe passages through these parts. Tell your friend to go alone.
He could, but imagine if something happened and you saved him. Imagine the things I'd do to show my gratitude.
And why do you always turn to me?
You've proven yourself worthy. Plus, I like watching you walk away.
Okay, that's a good line.
We
I'll
should
give
be
him
on our
that
way.
one.
He needs to get to the sanctuary of Elefsis. It isn't far, although it may take you longer than usual.
It won't be a problem.
I'm glad we aren't going by sea.
So, why, okay, if I'm supposed to be escorting this person, why the fuck are they in front of me? And that's definitely,
Told me about you. He said you're blessed by the gods.
also that's definitely not a dude. Guaranteed, 100%. I also don't know, like, if they're gonna put a horse there for you to ride, I don't know why they don't just put your horse there. Like, I had the same issue with Origins, where it was like, hey, now we need you to ride this horse. It's like, alright, but, like, give me my horse. Like, why are you giving me just, like, random horse? Not that, like, my horse was any faster or anything, but it's like, what's the point, you know? Also,
Stay on the safest route possible.
okay, but I mean, didn't he say to avoid roads? I feel like we're not doing that. Which way are you going? Okay, and stick it to the left. So, I mean, at some point we're going to get ambushed here, or we're going to get there and this person's going to turn out to be an assassin. Like, although I do like how they fight, like, okay. So I realized, like, my entire trip over to him to get this quest this time, I was like, this guy's a fucking liar. Why is Kassandra being so dumb about it? It's like, why doesn't she just tell him to fuck off? And then literally she's like, fuck you, alright? Just fuck you. You actually got the option to say it. And I was like, yes. It's like, that is fucking perfect. Also, you might notice that comes up a bunch. That happens every time a soldier dies. But the thing about it is, in this area... Oh, fucking hell. Missed him again. In this area, you can't actually take it over. So, are you good?
Ella.
Uh-huh. What are you up to? Come on, let's go. Stop being weird. And your horse died or something? You know, I have a horse. You could hop on the back of it and just tell me where we're going. No? Okay, then. But yeah, you can't take this place over for Sparta because, you know, it kind of needs to remain Athens, which isn't a surprise. So I kind of wish that they just... I imagine maybe at the end of the game, or maybe at some point something happens to the dude and it becomes up for grabs. I don't know. I feel like that's not going to be a thing, though. I have a feeling like Athens is going to remain Athens, but at that point, then why bother putting in war supplies or... Well, I guess, no, that would make sense, because they would still need war supplies to fight back. But, like, why bother putting up, like, you know, the leadership and that they're fortified? Because they're always fortified. Like, nothing drops it. It comes up, but it does not go down at all, ever. Man, I kind of wish that she had managed to keep her horse. Would have been nice.
Let's go.
Because she's awfully slow. Although I do like how Phobos here has managed to keep pace with her instead of, like, I'm a little bit faster, but I feel like that's just because I'm taking the corners a little tighter. Because, you know, in most games you either move...
Better.
Yeah,
I was starting to get sweaty under that hood.
You're a woman.
No shit.
Nice of you to notice.
Alkibiades said...
Exactly what I told him to. It was safer that way. I owe Alkibiades a lot for his help. And for trusting you with my life as well.
Enough lies. Tell me what's happening.
I said I was a man, so nobody would recognize me. I needed to escape my husband unseen.
And you trusted Alkibiades?
No one escapes my husband. He'd find me. It's been tough. I'm not sure I would have lasted much longer.
So let me guess. Alkibiades owed you a favor, or now has some scheme where you owe him?
I'm not sure what you mean. He didn't ask anything of me, and I've never known him to do so. I know many people he's helped at the expense of nobody but himself.
I'm glad I could help.
Please give Alkibiades my thanks. I only wish I had more to offer him. And you, for the help. I'll never forget either of you.
Still don't trust him. I mean, if he trusts me that much and he's actually doing good things, I mean, feel like he could be a bit more upfront about it. Oh, is that another one? Oh, yeah, right there. Fucking like 2 feet behind me. I mean, happily ever after sounds like this is going to be the last one in the chain, so let's go see what he has to say for himself. And you know, he should have realized at some point, you know, to stop being a prick. Maybe the politician was her husband. I mean, I could see that.
The sun and moon combined could not grant the beauty that my bride-to-be was gifted. If the gods blessed me, they did so with one eye closed. But their eyes were wide open for...
Please stop. Your poetry is sweet enough to make someone vomit.
I won't stop until the whole world knows how I feel.
So, you're in love?
Yes, the wedding nears, and there is so much to be done.
If you need help, I'm here for you.
Accepting before knowing what I ask of you? That's a rare surprise. I do still need a few things. Food for an offering, a ring, and some flowers. If you could bring them to my bride, Iris, she'll make use of them.
I've known you for a while now, but you've never mentioned Iris.
There's plenty I haven't mentioned. I'm sure you could say the same to me.
That's fair.
So what is it about Iris that turns you into, well, what I saw?
You're not jealous, are you? Don't worry. She's very open. I suppose that's one of my favorite things about her. The openness.
I think she doesn't care if you sleep with other people.
A ring, and food. Where can I find Iris?
She should be at the altar of love. Aptly named, don't you think? Oh, and don't be too taken by her beauty.
I have a feeling she's not going to be, right? Alright, get a bouquet, food, and a wedding ring at the altar of love. In Attica, Northwest Fort. Oh god. I feel like all three things are awfully close together, aren't they? Right? Like, that's not just me. Those things are like, oh, like really close together. Wonder if you can burn those things like you could in Origins.
Yeah, let's go.
Not that it really did anything outside of like the missions where it's like, hey, can you burn this stuff? But I mean, still. I still can't help but feel like he's up to something with this. I mean, he could very well just be in love, but I feel like this guy, like, really? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me because it's a video game. And it's very easy to just do like a 180 on a character for a video game. Okay, why am I here now? Okay, hang on. Nope. What the fuck? Okay, well, that's the altar of love.
There it is.
There what is?
Here it is.
Sure. Oh, and then... Okay, so wait, all three things are at the altar?
Found it.
Okay. And also, why is the altar of love a restricted area? Like, are you fucking kidding me?
I think this will be a nice enough offering.
Okay, wait, if she's here, and all the other shit is here, why do I have to come and pick it up? You know, fuck you.
Try to stay out of sight.
Okay. That should be, which side of this thing do I need to be on? I need to be on the other side. That's a rather open area, but...
These flowers should be good enough for the wedding. Hopefully this jewelry is up to Alkibiades' standards.
Okay, now where is she? This way, so let's just go outside of the restricted area. It's like, see, shit like that, right? It's like, why is that a restricted zone? Why do I have to go into the altar of love to get the stuff for the woman that's at the altar of love? Like...
Let me guess. Alkibiades sent you.
He did. How did you know?
He has a skill for making others do things he doesn't want to. On top of that, he prefers if those people are attractive. He's so predictable. It's what made this whole thing so easy.
It almost sounds like you're using him. What has been easy?
Making him fall in love with me, of course. Please, Alkibiades is not the man you marry for love.
Then why are you marrying him?
Alkibiades has a true chance of ruling one day. Well, he'll be the face, but I'll be the one truly leading. The Aspasia to his Pericles.
I'm impressed. I didn't think Alkibiades would ever be on the receiving end of something like this.
He's used to being on the receiving end.
Well, you definitely have something in common.
I'll pretend that was a compliment.
And what if I tell Alkibiades all of this?
Why would you? You've seen him, he's happy, and I'll make sure he stays that way. There's nothing wrong with me getting something in return, but it's your choice. Thanks for helping with the wedding.
Alright. Well, I mean, still don't know whether or not I'm going to tell him or not. Like, I mean, on one hand, I feel like even if he is somewhat of a prick, you know, he still deserves to know, you know? But on the other hand, you know, fly to me a bunch. You may deserve it.
It's all done.
Although he might already know.
Wonderful. So, what did you think about Iris?
You must see something in her that I don't.
Well, that's true. Quite often, too. But still, I'm surprised to hear you say that.
You can't marry her. She told me she's using you for her own gain.
Is that so?
It is.
I knew she was special. To think I wasn't able to catch on. I can't wait to marry her.
Yeah, that seems about right.
I'm glad you and I were able to work together, Kassandra.
So what was all of this for? Everything you had me do couldn't have been for nothing.
You've earned my trust. Are you sure you want to know?
So that package in Corinthia?
I almost forgot about that. I needed to get rid of the Odoros to pay off a debt. Plus, I needed spies to infiltrate Vardas's command. And my plan worked. Thanks to you.
All right. What about the politician?
He was brilliant and opposed me. A fatal combination. So, he needed replacing. And I had a much dumber man perfect for the job. He survived the party and you got him home safely. But it didn't matter in the end.
The woman with the Olisvos.
We talked about this. It wasn't about the woman, but her husband. He governs the trade routes between Attica and Mecharis. Or, I should say, I do now.
What about your friend? The one pretending to be a man?
That was out of the goodness of my heart. And gods curse anyone who doubts that.
See, now, if he had just said that at the beginning, right?
Aren't you going to ask me about Iris?
Let me guess. Rich house, respected family. With her wealth, you can rule all of Athens.
Of course not. I marry for love. If those other things happen, well, I wouldn't complain.
Of course
Never
not.
would have guessed.
Each time everyone sees a more serious Alkibiades. The Alkibiades I've only shown glimpses of in the past. One day you'll see everything I was working toward. And you'll know you helped make it happen. Attica and lands far beyond will thank you. Even if they don't know your name.
I'm glad I could help. I'll make sure you don't forget me when you lead Athens.
I'd never forget you. You're far too useful.
See, now, if he would have said all that shit at the beginning, right? Where it's like, oh, well, you know, I need this guy out of the way for this or that, right? I mean, perfectly acceptable reasons for everything he did, which I was kind of expecting in the end. Now, that should have been the end of his question. Yes, we are down to 2 in Attica. So, yeah, like I said, I'll look up to see how much of a chain, like Socrates, that one might be a long one, since it's like, you know, an actual person. Hator, I don't remember his name ever coming up before, so we'll see. But yeah, I'll see how long they are. If they're going to be sizable quest chains, then I will do those next time. If not, we'll head back to Corinthia. We'll do the main quest and continue with that. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next time.